Okay, everybody, welcome our champion, Brooks Koepka, captain of Smash GC. Brooks, what an awesome week you've had heading into Augusta. Tell me what you're feeling right now. What are your emotions?
Yeah, I feel really good. I've been playing good for a few weeks. It just hasn't really shown on the scorecard, making dumb mistakes, and it was nice to come out this week and play mistake-free pretty much. And you know, that's kind of what I do leading up to majors, just in general. So. I'm very happy to get the win. Unfortunately, we didn't get the team win, which kind of is a little bittersweet. But look, I'm happy the way I'm playing going into Augusta. So
there's a little bit of a battle out there between you and Seb all day today. Were you watching the leaderboard, or were you just tiled in, focused on your game?
No, I'm a leaderboard watcher. I know where I'm at all times. So I knew it was back and forth between Torquay and us, and then Sebastian. I knew where he was the entire time. It helps playing with him, obviously. But look, he battled really hard. The chip in on 16 was pretty impressive, and then probably one of the most underrated shots of all day was up and down he made on 17. So the fact he just wouldn't go away was props to him, because that's just competing right there.
It really seemed like everyone was really pulling for you today, both on social media and in person here. Did you feel that out there, that the fans were really rooting for you?
Yeah, obviously, right. You've got a little bit of a Florida State connection. There's a lot of Florida State people here. I heard that quite a bit. Obviously, always hear a lot of Blakes, so that's always good. Love that. And then on top of that, this is Ricky's hometown, my caddy's hometown. So I spent a lot of time here with him, but it's good. I'm glad we were able to squeak out a victory in his hometown. It made me feel good. This one's for him.
Well, we are so happy for you. You're the first double victor in LIV Golf history. So another thing for the record books.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick it over to Mike.
Brooks, you mentioned this on the podium, I think, a little bit, but how does this win compare emotionally to Jeddah?
Way different, right? That was Jeddah. All I could think about was all those times just having to bite a towel and deal with the pain and try to bend my leg, and the frustration, the anger, those down times that no one ever sees. I mean, 3 weeks after surgery, I was playing Augusta. So, I mean, when I had the surgery, Dr. Elitrosh told me, he said it's going to be a year and a half. I just was refusing, like anybody else, to listen. But yeah, I mean, then you get into bad habits. That's the whole other thing, right? Because I can't swing, I can't move the way I want to. So then I start doing stupid stuff, and then trying to, once you get through the injury and get healthy, trying to break those is tough enough. So then that sets you back even further, and that's why I felt like it was just so long. But I'm moving the way I want to, and yeah, it just feels good, because I know that when I play good, that I'm going to be right there, and that's what I feel like I'm doing. I don't think I had everything this week, but I was making the right decisions. Mentally, I've just been maybe a little too aggressive, not missing on the correct side of the hole, and I was just more disciplined this week, which is what you need going into a major. And
how close are you to the form that you had between 17 and 19?
You know, it's tough to tell, just because it's not. I mean, I've only got maybe 4 events kind of under my belt of truly being healthy. But I mean, this is a great start. I like where I'm at. I feel great, and I've got no doubt in my mind that I can do it again. And I think this just solidifies it. So there's even more confidence there.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Is just in time? Just in time to get your game together for the next week?
Yeah, next week's a big week, I would say. So, yeah, I'm playing good, and there's really no better way to go into Augusta than playing good and get a win. So I'm very confident, like where the game's at, and just need to go out and try to rest up for 3 days, do my usual, play 9 holes every day, and do the homework around these greens, just get a little more adjusted with Augusta. It was nice to see these greens speed up this week. It was definitely some dicey spots, so which made it in the pin locations kind of sometimes from 4 feet. You had some downhill sliders that were outside the hole by a good bit, which is kind of resemble Augusta a little bit.
Teddy?
Hey, Brooks. Teddy Fenton, luckiest golfers on earth. Congrats, man. It's great to see you on the podium again. Going into next week, you had mentioned, you know, you've only been really healthy for 4 events. The last time you were at Augusta, you were pretty banged up. So what is the anticipation going to Augusta where you're 100% and you're playing lights out, you're coming off a win? You got to feel good going down Magnolia Lane.
Yeah,
next week?
I do feel really good. You know, the last time I really felt good was because I had my left knee right before the right.
Right.
So maybe 19 when I lost to Tiger by one. That was probably the last time I've been healthy playing Augusta. And to be honest with you, I think I missed it the year P. Reed won. I think I missed it one other time. So it's I haven't been the healthiest playing Augusta. But, yeah, so I feel good. I'm excited to get there, honestly. I'm ready to catch this plane and go up there.
Well, there's a whole bunch of people rooting you on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Grab it from Teddy. Tom?
Brooks, can you go back to the 18th hole where you had a good 4-footer left? What's going through your mind? Were you aware that the options, if you missed that, like the money, the possible playoff?
No,
what were you thinking?
I don't think about the money. I noticed if I missed it that we would have been tied for second with Dustin's team. So that was motivation to make it, along with winning the golf tournament. So little, I guess, maybe added pressure on that, just because I didn't want to tie for second with Dustin's team. But look, I'm glad I made it.
That's great. Did you have one back there?
Yeah, so much of golf is repetition, routine, going through your patterns and everything. Because the LIV Tour is quite different in its approach, are you going to prepare or feel that anything needs to be worked on going to Augusta, readapting to the life you had before?
I mean, it's just 1 week. You know, I mean, the only thing I can really say is maybe that's kind of why I played Saudi and Oman. I just felt like 3 events wasn't enough going into Augusta. So playing those 2 events or 4 days as well, just getting more acclimated to playing golf. 5 months off is a long time. I've done it a lot over the last 4 or 5 years with injuries, and it takes a minute to get comfortable again and playing after that long of a period off. So, look, I'm happy. I'm playing good, so I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing my entire career.
Are there any concerns at all, even though because of the fans are all going to be polite and all that, but is there any concern that maybe you don't have that same vibe from the fans just because the people who may not embrace LIV, is that a factor at all, or can you put anything like that out?
I'm going to be honest with you. When I play, I'm in my own bubble. I hear some things. So I heard somebody chirp me down all whole way down 18, which he actually came up with a good chirp, so I was impressed with that. But I mean, I hear some things, but it doesn't matter. I'm not interested in anybody saying on the sidelines they can't affect me. I've got more will to try to win and play my best than what anybody else is going to say or do.
Okay, so, but right behind you, if you can pass the mic.
Brooks, obviously a win is a win, but it was kind of mentioned yesterday, you won for the first time in about 10 years in your home state. Is there any added significance to that?
Like I said, it's just Ricky's hometown, Orlando. So I don't – usually when I was playing the PGA Tour, I couldn't find my game until pretty much the Players. That was kind of the first time where it was like, all right. Like I said, just some off time, little rust, shake it off. But, yeah, I didn't play too much of the Florida swing, really. Just when I was playing the PGA Tour, it was Honda and pretty much Players, so that was it. So didn't have many chances in the home state.
Was there much discussion this week with Ricky about trying to win in his hometown?
No, there wasn't. I think there was more discussion coming from Pete Cowan. I think Pete Cowan was going to rip me a new one if I didn't win this week. So, I know he had a long speech ready for me. I think Ricky read it, and Ricky said it wasn't good. So I'm glad he doesn't have to read it now.
Okay, we got one with Akili, and then we're going to let Brooks go.
Any different? I'm sorry.
Brooks.
Just go.
Brooks, Keely Johnson, drunk by the turn. Obviously, you're the first 2-time winner at LIV, and everybody here knows how much the win in Jeddah meant to you. Mm-hmm. We all know the injuries, and it meant a lot personally to you. But I want to talk about this win. I mean, you're healthy now. Is it safe to say Brooks Koepka's back? Because when he's back, it's scary for everybody, especially during major season. So, I mean, how are you feeling going into Augusta? Are you dialed? Do you feel like you played 3-4 years ago? Or, I mean, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting there. It's tough, right? That was some of the best golf I've ever played. I do feel like I'm creeping up on that. There's not much of a difference. I'm controlling the ball the way I want to, moving it left to right, right to left, and I'm putting good again. I've worked hard with Jeff Pierce over the last few months on that, getting a little more comfortable, going back, watching a lot of video, just how things were in 18 and 19, and I've got no doubt that I'll return to that form. I just don't know whether it's going to be, right now, in 2 months, whatever it's going to be, but I'm damn near knocking on the door, and if not here.
Also, I know Greg Norman had mentioned today to news outlet in Australia that if one of the 18 guys wins in Augusta, the other 17 he'll make sure that they are there on the green, congratulating the LIV winner. Do you think that you guys are fighting for something more than yourself at Augusta? I mean, it's obviously, probably one of the, if not the most highly anticipated Masters of all time. I mean, do you and the LIV guys, are you going to, feed off each other? Are you more hungrier? I mean, because this is the first time really we've seen PGA and LIV guys in, a tournament together, and not only just a regular tournament, but I mean, it's a damn major.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it'll be great just to see all the good players back in one field again, right? It's the first time we've seen it in a long time, so that'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it, just to see everybody and compete against them, right? Because at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I do miss playing against Rory. I do miss playing against Scotty, and I'm sure they miss playing against us as well, and that's a fact, right? You always want to play against the best, and that's just going to make, like you said, Augusta even more special. But, yeah, I think if one of the LIV players does win, I think it'll be definitely a huge statement for LIV. And I know that all, 17 guys?
18.
All 18. All 18 of us want to win. And I think when you look at it, if one of the guys does, I would be shocked if all of us aren't there.
Awesome. Well, we're all rooting for you, and enjoy your night, and congrats.
Thanks.
Brooks, congratulations. Good luck
you.
next week.
Thank you.
I'm going to let Mo take you to do CW, and then you're done.